Professional as ever there. Like to have about 13 different browser windows going, all playing something different at the same time. Some behind the others, some in front. All 100%. Ladies, gentlemen, human beings. It's 3 minutes past 10. It's Thursday, the 8th of November, 2018. Chinese Year of the Dinger. We're 8 days into No Nut November. Whew! Damn. I was on the way to the studio and saw an advert with the Michelin Man on it. I thought, he's looking thick. DG Cooper in the chat, he's saying he needs a breakfast roll. Well, I can give you bricks don't roll.
Lobsters.
Right, that's it. We're in. Take your trousers off, take off your pants, roll up your socks, pair them up. That's it. Pair them together, sit them down next to your shoes. You're now only dressed in the top half. That's how you should be listening to the show every day. Bottom half's off, walking around like some sort of deranged, dingered up Winnie the Pooh. Just exposing your dignity to anyone else in the room, whether or not you're in an office, whether or not you're in your home, whether or not you're on public transport. This is the way it's done. This is the way of the
Lobsters.
You're damn right. Welcome to Coffee and Memes, everybody. It's 5 minutes past 10. The world is suitably ridiculous, and it's lubed up and ready for you to access it. It's ready for you to cover yourself in whatever additional lubricant you want, whether or not that's some sort of hydrogenated vegetable oil, or maybe you're going to go for a more saturated fat content coconut oil, something like that. Just smear your body with it. Just smear your whole body in some sort of oily residue and just slide your way into reality. Come on. The lubricant I personally choose is Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Sluggy. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Hi. Hey, my name's Will. Some people call me high ranking, not as many as they used to, but that's fine by me. I'm a real actualized human being with autonomy. I play records. I make gags about cocks. I talk about sex robots. I eat. I procreate. or at least I try, and I don't wear a banger. You know, what are you going to do? Right, come on, let's get into it. We've got a whole bloody bag of absolute madness to get through. But, Jesus Christ, if I haven't got some absolute shoe throwers, I'm thinking of just implementing a shoe thrower only rule when it comes to music. Like nothing below a 7 on the shoe thrower sort of scale. I guess it's a little bit like the Beaufort scale, how they judge like wind and sort of hurricanes and that sort of thing. There's a sort of shoe thrower scale. I don't know what would be at the bottom, whether or not that would just be a flip-flop flinger. And then at the end, the far end of the spectrum, you've got a Yeezy Yeeter. That's the sort of ultimate thing to... Somewhere in the middle is a sandal slinger, a welly wielder, you know, a loafer launcher. And then at the end, of course, you've got your Yeezy Yeeter. But I digress. Oh, what have we got in there? It's a couple of bits by Galaxy. They're all right, aren't they? Calix and TB, Halogenics, The Upbeats. What else? Comics, Face. Oh, what a hot set of gear. And some absolutely ridiculous news. Let's get straight into the news. Come on. Age is just a number. Tinder lover, 69, who identifies as 49-year-old, takes legal action to change his age so he can date younger users. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Emil Ruttleband argues if transgender people are allowed to change sex, he should be allowed to change his date of birth because doctors say he has the body of a much younger man. I'm not quite sure that's how it works, but okay. A pensioner is battling to legally reduce his age by 20 years to help him attract more women on Tinder. Okie dokie. So the thing is here, you know, I'm very much from the liberal point of view that people should be allowed to do whatever they want to do, express themselves however they want, so as long that it does not infringe on anyone else's right to do the same. Now, here, so you think, oh, all right, if he wants to reduce his age, you know, well, you know, whatever, it's up to him. But if he wants to reduce his age so he can creep on younger women on Tinder, so he can basically deceive younger women on Tinder, I don't know, I feel like that might slightly infringe on their personal rights and liberties. Yeah. Oh no, actually I have the body of a 49-year-old. Do you? Because it doesn't look like it. If he came up to me and told me he was 49, well, I think he'd either have lost his mind or just that he was, well, yeah, basically that he'd lost his mind. Look, should we get him up? Where is he? No, hold on. There he is. Here he is. That does not look like a 49-year-old to me. Nope. That looks like... All right, look, he looks good for 69. I'll give him that. But you're not fooling anyone, 49. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's hear his shtick. There's the Jeremy Kyle way. There are two sides to every story. And then we will mock him further. The entrepreneur and self-help guru is even suing his local authority after they refused to amend his age on official documents. Mr. Rattleband's case has now gone to the court in the city of Arnhem in the eastern Dutch province of Gelderland. He was born on the 11th of March, 1949, but says he feels at least 20 years younger and wants to change his date of birth to the 11th of March, 1969. Ruttleband said, I've done a checkup, and what does it show? My biological age is 45 years. Look at the state of you, mate. I don't believe you for a second. Like, what have you done, like the Wii Fitness test or something? You've scammed the Wii Fitness test to get your Wii Fitness age, and it says 45. Whatever, pal. Whatever. When I'm 69, I'm limited. When I'm 49, I can buy a new house, drive a car, and I can take up more work. When I'm on Tinder, it says I'm 69. I don't get an answer. When I'm 49, with the face I have, I will be in a luxurious position. Who could deny that? 49, like, oh yeah. Imagine him coming up on Tinder, 49. Like, please, do me a favour. Oh my God. God bless him, in a funny sort of way. The Dutchman says he is discriminated against because of his age. And that he has encountered problems in society on a daily basis. Oh, okay, you're an oppressed class, are you now? Nice one. You're ridiculous. The judge asked Mr. Rattlebland about the status of his early years from 1949 to 1969 if his official birth date was put back. For whom did your parents care in those years? Who was that little boy back then? Oh, man. Yeah, okay. I might start identifying as, like, I don't know, 11, and then just go to the kids' jiu-jitsu class and just absolutely annihilate them. Yeah, why won't you let me compete in the kids' competition? I'm 11. Ridiculous. Right, well, that's a bit fun anyway. Hey, how about these... okay, all right, okay. Yeah, all right, Crusade by Calix and TB. This was on the Let It Roll label. These naughty bits. I'm sure you already knew that. A lot of ganja talk going on in the chat.
Smoke weed every day.
All people talking about the herb.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke
Lobsters. They can make records, those two, can't they? Fucking hell. Yeah, that's Crusade by Calix and TB, and that is an absolute loafer launcher.
It's appalling.
Okay, here we go. Woman says she is 1,000% certain she's been pregnant for 4 years. Yeah. Yeah, why not? If you like. Okay, cool. A woman claims she has been pregnant for the past 4 years. Now, I'm not saying she's wrong, although she definitely is. Dominic Smithers here of Lab Bible. He knows what's up. But that seems to be a very unlikely scenario, especially considering she has had her tubes tied for more than 20 years. Oh, God. Why did I decide to do this show? What? Why did I think, I've got a great idea. I'm going to play drum and bass, and I'm going to look at the most ridiculous news stories I can find. This is... All right, you've had your tubes tied for 20 years, and you've been pregnant for 4 years. You're a bit bloated, I think is what's happened. I'm no doctor. I'll make that very clear. I'm no medical expert. No, I'm not a medical professional. I would never claim. I am a spiritual healer, but I'm not a medical professional. It's important to make that distinction. But what she's suffering from there is gas. I'm afraid a little bit of a build-up of gas, bit bloaty. I think perhaps a little adjustment to the diet, bit of exercise, that sort of thing, bit of yoga, and that'll sort that out. Zona says she has taken countless pregnancy tests, which, surprise, surprise, have all come back negative.
Lobsters.
And she's seen countless doctors, all of whom have told her she isn't pregnant. But not one to be deterred by science. The 40-something decided to tell the world about her cryptic pregnancy and went on national TV to speak to America's favourite doctor, Dr. Phil. The defiant Zona said, approximately 3 years and 7 months. At age 20, I had my tubes tied, so I wouldn't have any children anymore. I actually got pregnant at 40. I was extremely shocked. I am still in shock. My belly has continued to grow for the 3.5 years, but it does grow at super low rates. My breasts are tender. My mood swings are bad. I can be crying 1 minute, happy the next. I go to the doctor, take a pregnancy test. Of course, it does not show up either in blood or urine. They've given me ultrasounds and tell me they are also negative. Doctors are wrong. I don't care what they say. I don't care how many medical degrees they've got. I'm 1,000% certain that I'm pregnant. I'm not losing my mind. She added, the movement in my stomach is what is making me say it's real. I'm 1,000%. Giving birth to multiples. I think I'm carrying 6 babies. Wow, she's up the ante. She's going all the way. Why not? Shit, if you're gonna... Yeah, why not say you're carrying Christ? If we're living in cloud cuckoo land, we're living in fantasy world, where I'll be pregnant for 4 years after having your knots tied and everyone else tells you you're not pregnant. Why not start saying that you're carrying Christ, Beelzebub, Elvis, Michael Jackson, and the ghost of Paul Danan? You might as well. Like, fuck it, double down, make a sideshow out of it. This could be a career. You could be an Instagram influencer with that sort of thing. You could be. You could get a lot of Twitter followers. You could get... Well, she's already got onto Dr. Phil. That's decent. That's a bit of coverage. I've covered her on Coffee and Memes. So that means about 7 geezers in their bedroom have listened to it. Come on, she's a household name now. What's her name? Zona the yeah, she's a big deal. She needs to go on Oprah. She needs to start a podcast. So she needs to start a podcast and a Patreon.
Lobsters.
Fucking hell. She added the movie. Oh, I've read this. I think it's important to say here, the mum-to-be says all of this while a video of her puffing on a cigarette plays in the background. Zona goes on to say she can't believe how many heartbeats she can hear in her belly. Why not? You're carrying maybe an alien. Maybe there's an alien in there. Maybe it's a Scientology thing. Maybe you could go and pray it away. Start a podcast. Seriously. Go on Joe Rogan's. I'm sick and tired of being pregnant. I just want them out. I'm done with it. I'm done with pregnancy. I don't want it anymore. She repeats again in her chat with Dr. Phil. I'm 100% certain I'm pregnant. Oh, God. But true to form, Zona is steadfast in her lack of trust in medical science and claims that the doctor, who's delivered more than 8,000 babies, by the way, wasn't thorough enough in her examination. If you've got, like, 6 bloody aliens in there, or, like, Jesus and Mary and Joseph and the fucking 7 dwarfs in there, you'd think you'd see something. Well, imagine the look on our faces when she gives birth. to just start firing out like some sort of Gatling gun. Why, why are we all here? What's going on? Oh, I'm terrified. Okay, is there an appropriate track? No. Let's play Waste Man by Face. That's a good idea. This is a certified shoe thrower. Hashtag shoe throwers only.
3, 4.
That's Waste Man by Face. I will say Face seems to have somewhat angered in his older age. Hope he's okay. That is naughty. That is a bit rascal. That's a digi little number. That is a fucking, that's rowdy. That is fucking. I'd have a tear up in a boozer to that. That fucking come on down a boozer. I'd be smashing shit, mate. I'd fucking wang a fucking bar stool into the optics, mate. It'd be a nightmare. Honestly, you're in there just with your missus and that, trying to have a decent evening out, little night on the tile, something like that. That's fucking come on the jukebox. I've gone wild. I've stabbed the geezer. No reason for it. It's a nightmare. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Schoolboy launches petition for homework to be banned so he has more time to socialise. He's a cheeky renegade schoolboy.
Lobsters.
Lee Sibley has said he's had enough. He says enough is enough and is demanding that his school, local MP and PM and the Labour leader back his petition to change the rules. Again, why stop there? Why not get everyone? I want celebs backing it. I want the cast of X Factor to back it. I want the England football team. I want the women's under-21s England football team to back it. I want Nigel Mansell. I want Paul Denan. I want all of Jump Up Drum and Bass behind it. Come on, let's really spread this far and wide. No more homework. Enough is enough. He's a cheeky renegade schoolboy. A 15-year-old boy wants Jeremy Corbyn and Theresa May to back his campaign to have homework scrapped. So he has more time to socialise. Maybe this is the thing that will finally bring the two warring political parties together. They can join forces over a sort of mutual... Everyone hates homework. There's no one out there in the world... I mean, maybe there are some sick weirdos. There are some sick weirdos in this world, and maybe some of them like homework. That could be a... I bet that's a fetish, isn't it? For like... The sort of, oh, I'm a naughty schoolboy, I haven't done my homework. Oh dear. I'll write some lines then. What? Aren't you supposed to suck me off now? No, go and write 100 lines that you're a naughty schoolboy and then pay me my cash. This isn't the dominatrix action I was expecting. Lee Sibley has so far amassed 160 signatures. He's doing well. I hope there's a link, I'll sign it, for his petition calling on the two biggest party leaders to put aside their differences and ban homework in UK secondary schools. You can just imagine Tezza and Jezza, the Tezza-Jezza combo, just like, listen, Theresa, you know, you're on the authoritarian right, I'm on the authoritarian left. Maybe we're not so different after all. Can we put our differences aside and let's ban homework? We like banning things, don't we? Let's ban homework. Lee, who is studying GCSEs in politics, history, maths, geography and science, and does 3 or 4 hours of homework a night. It's too much homework. Just don't do it. Just don't do it, Lee Sibley. Don't bother. The Severn Vale school pupil says that it's too much and he'd rather be playing badminton. Or going fishing. All right. He told Gloucestershire Live. It's always Gloucestershire Live that report on this bollocks. And me. Students go to school about 30 hours a week and spend more hours doing homework. They should be able to relax their brains and have a break, not work all the time. Well, it's true, in Scandinavia, where they have the best school results in the world, they're at school about 2 or 3 hours less a day than we are over here. Well, not anymore. And they don't do any homework. So, you know, there you go. I can't socialise with my friends and my family because of all this homework. I'm drowning. Help. I'm going to die. I want to play badminton. During his half-term break in October, Lee was given 10 pieces of homework to do, which he has decided is too much. He's like, I'm really going to have to put my foot down now. Enough is enough. I think, you know, he's like, you've only got another year left, mate. Come on, just grit your teeth, bite down on your mouth guard, and bloody move forward. Grit your teeth and think of England. Look, bloody schoolboys are... Schoolboys need sorting out. They need bring back the slipper. That's what I say. A good slipper would sort this renegade schoolboy out. And the one with the microwave. I'm glad he's standing up for freedom of speech. Microwave or no microwave? Hit him with a slipper. No, don't. No, just tousle his little schoolboy head. You know, give him a slice of pie or something. Send him on his way. Give him a chewing gum. Off you go. Off you go, lad. Go and smoke some cigs behind the bike sheds. The petition is addressed to his local MP and the Prime Minister and Jeremy Corbyn and everyone in the world. And his head teacher, Richard Johnson, the scoundrel. Lee's mum, Nikki, 43, said, he's a pain in the arse, and having him do his homework is the only bloody break I get from the little bastard. Oh, God, he's a nose. Look, he says enough is enough with homework. Think about what he's like round the house. Oh, dear, he's constantly micromanaging me. He's an absolute nose-up. He's a cheeky renegade schoolboy. Right, Revision by Galaxy. This is on Shogun. This is a nice bit of kit. Nice boys at Galaxy, boys. Powerful boys. Powerful, strapping young boys. Hey, look. Here's the thing. I'm quite keen on trying to get a guy called Professor David Nutt on the podcast. He is a scientist who was sacked. He was working for the government and was sacked after he released a report that said taking ecstasy was less dangerous for you than horse riding. and they didn't really want to hear it. That's not the sort of reports that the government like, and so they fired him. And he's written an extremely good book called Drugs Without the Hot Air, and I really want to get him on the show, so I've tweeted him. Now, people are notorious for not responding to my tweets, but if I give you the link to the tweet, it would be great if you could like it and retweet it. I'll put it in the chat here. That's Revision by Galaxy. It's on Shogun. That's a fine bit of kit. Very tight production. Tight, like a tiger. Yeah. Right, okay, weirdness. There's weird stuff. There's weird things to talk about. Man, 28, dies after injecting silicone into his testicles. Oh, damn, that is a rough way to go. I feel bad for you, son. A man has died after injecting silicone into his genitals as part of a body manipulation fetish. Jack Chapman, also known as Tank Hafferteppen, has posted pictures showing his swollen genitals, a side effect of silicone injections. Presumably, I don't know, you want them to swell? Oh, God. However, the practice is highly dangerous. No shit. And the 28-year-old Australian's death certificate listed silicone injection syndrome as cause of death. He also died from lung problems. Mr. Chapman became involved in master-slave relationships within the gay community while living in San Francisco and Seattle. His mother, Linda Chapman, blames Dylan Hafferteppen, a popular gay blogger, for her son's death. Some pictures of him here. He's thick. Damn, that's yeah, that's quite the package he's got there. Yeah, he's that's a hell of a set of nuts. I don't really know what to make of that. I want people to express themselves however they feel, but to be safe at the same time. Just, be safe, people. He is said to have introduced Mr. Chapman to body manipulation. This is presumably the other guy, his boyfriend, while his mother found a contract apparently detailing the pair's relationship. That's a concern. Under the contract, Mr. Chapman took Mr. Hafferteppen's surname, signed over his salary, and had to wear a chain around his neck. Paying tribute to Mr. Chapman, Mr. Hafferteppen wrote, if he was my world, I was his sun. He made me feel like the center of his universe. The sun is not the center of the universe. I'm sorry, that's factually inaccurate. To say I miss him is an understatement. Core to his identity, he was his service. He loved to help people. Man, God, people doing wild stuff. If you want your balls to be a lot bigger, make your balls bigger, but, medical supervision is probably advisable rather than just doing it yourself. Be safe out there, people. Enjoy yourself, but obviously take care. Be nice to each other. Be safe, okay? Right, come on. Look, this is quite cool, actually. We played Bledge a while ago by Heliogenics. Halogenics. This is a VIP, which is off the album. Sort of a halftime little number. Not a little number, a little bit. It's good. Someone in the chat called Chode Rider who's off to the skate park. Keep riding them chodes. God, what is going on in the chat? No, there's no official title for the Lobster. I think he just has to have many names. I'm definitely adding Jude Claw to the list. That is a good one. He's called Brent, Brad, Chad, Jordan B. Lobster. Ooh. Yep, alright, I'm adding Wesley Snips to the list. I've just seen this. I presumably hope this is a typo in a headline on the Metro. It says babies who are breastfed poo twice as much as babies who are bottle fed. Oh, poo, right. I say, okay, all right. Babies who are breastfed poo twice as much as babies who are bottle fed. Okay, not babies who are breastfed poo. Okay, I feel like there should possibly be a comma in this. I don't know what, where are we? Come on, let's, yeah. Babies who are breastfed poo twice as much as babies who are, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I'll get back to the more important headline. Has anyone ever caught an STI from a toilet seat? Okay, I'll wrap this story up nice and quickly for you. No is the answer. Cool, right, let's move on. Oh, what have we got? Oh, God, geezer on this morning telling women how to wipe their asses. That's definitely not doing anyone any favours. Artificial intelligence sex robot Samantha has working G-spot and can switch from family to sexy mode. Oh, baby Jesus. Sex robot news, having sex with an inanimate object because you can't get a woman to fuck you. Sex robot news, sponsored by Mr. Bishy. An artificial intelligence sex doll with the ability to create emotional closeness and progress through different modes of romantic to family to sexy has been unveiled. The idea of a bloody sex robot having a family mode. What fucking dystopian nightmare is this? God, I'm gonna end up like that dude, the one who made the planes, but ended up like ended up becoming like agoraphobic and sort of hermit, and would walk around with his feet in boxes of Kleenexes and storing all his piss in a jar and growing huge long fingernails and everything. There was a film about him. Leonardo DiCaprio played him. I can't remember what his name is. He was a genius, but he lost his mind. I feel a little bit like this sex robot news is going to drive me to that. Like I'm going to end up just this jaded, listless mess that just doesn't want to engage with reality anymore and just hide away. And I mean, it's not that far from reality now, to be honest. It's, you know, I'm just here in a room with no windows, doing my best, you know, talking to people on the internet, playing records. The doll, dubbed Samantha, was presented on camera in Barcelona on Thursday and is said to respond to being touched in different areas of her body. One of the doll's creators, Sergi Santos, I think he's been on before, explains her function, saying she was designed to be interactive. Basically, she likes to be touched, he said. Right. She has different modes of interaction. She is romantic, she has family, she has sexy modes. You can touch the hips, the arms. She likes to be kissed. She also responds to the G-spot and the breasts. She can also respond to hands. Hands are romantic. Oh, man. The picture of him with this doll is weird. I don't like it. It's just... She doesn't look like she wants to be hugged. That looks like... that looks like when I've really pissed off my girlfriend. Maybe she's hungry. I'm trying to weasel my way back into her good books. I'm like, babe... What if I pay for a Deliveroo? Yeah? And she's just like... she's not really like that. She's that is what it looks like. It looks like he's wound up his missus and she's just not having any of it. Oh, that's so funny. She's just like, fuck you, let me watch my murder stories. You just let me watch my murders. The spot feels very sexy. The spots she feels sexy are the mouth and the G-spot. He said she interacted in a progressive... Oh, God. She interacts from progressively from romantic right through to sexual. The final objective of the sexual mode is to get her to orgasm. You know what? Shouldn't men, like, focus more on trying to make real women orgasm before they start spending any of their time trying to make sex robots orgasm? You know, prioritize. You know, I saw there's another story somewhere in the Metro of a woman saying that school children should be educated about orgasms to try and close the orgasm gap. Yeah, well, that's what she says. Oh man, like, what's she? Is this like gamifying sex robots now? That you got? Would you get points if you make it come? One viewer of the demonstration video pondered, I wonder what the family mode is for. Lol. Like, does she sit at the kiddie table or the grown-up table? Put her in a fucking cupboard. Put it in a cupboard. Right, okay. The Time by Comics. This is a good tune. I think I might have to have a couple of weeks break from sex robot news. It's making me feel weird. I don't like it. Interactive sex doll responds to human touch and speaks several languages. I don't want a sex doll that speaks more languages than I do. I feel like inadequate enough as it is. New sex doll is Terminator-style head that you can control with your smartphone. This is called The Time by Comics. If you want a track list for the show, I've made a Spotify playlist that is public and you can all follow. It has everything that's ever been played on the show on it. The link to it is in the description of the YouTube video. Reminder, of course, you can get this as a podcast on all good podcast stores. Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, the works. That's The Time by Comics. I think it's on Metalheads. It is on Metalheads. I can confirm. Oh, he's talking noisier. Block Control VIP in the chat. Mr. Matt, that's a fucking banger, that tune. Oh, with the DMX sample in it. I had that and I did a mashup of it with Ozzy Osbourne War Pigs. I've got it somewhere. It's powerful. It's a powerful mashup. Yeah, that's The Time by Comics on Metalheads. It's a nice bit. A smooth roller. Oh, shit. Okay, look, guys. Hey, we need to talk about this. Facebook Portal is now on sale, but will anyone let the Zuck and his cameras into their home? It looks like a spy device and works a bit like one, and is built by a company that gathers more data about ordinary people than almost any other company in the history of humanity. Now Facebook's camera-equipped Portal device is available to pre-order, but it's far from clear whether consumers will want to allow Mark Zuckerberg's telescreen into their home. Oh, baby Jesus. It's a no from me. I don't even want Alexa in there, and let alone bloody one that's just peering in at me, you know, watching me cry in the dark or whatever it is that I do. If you're living in the US, you can now buy a Portal with a 10-inch screen for $199 or a 15-inch screen for $349. The gadgets are designed to make video calls, and both models are equipped with a powerful 12-megapixel camera as well as 4 microphones. Portal for... All right, let's run the advert.
How did you do the wham?
2, 3...
All right, there's 2 people talking.
And Portal Plus from Facebook. A new way to connect that makes you feel like you're in the same room, even when you're miles apart. Portal's smart camera follows the action, keeping you in frame as you move around the room. And
Big
smart
brother.
sound focuses on your voice, minimizing the rest.
No, it's good. That's what it's supposed to do.
As more people join the conversation, Portal keeps everyone in view. And with Portal, you stay in control. Disable the camera and microphone with a single tap. Or
So
slip the
you
cover
say.
over the camera lens. Connect with your closest contacts from Facebook and
It comes with a little rubber clip to stick over the camera. I mean, what is that saying about it? That, like, it's like, no, we know you're not going to trust us 1 fucking inch. So here's a black bit of plastic that you can stick over the camera. Lord of mercy.
one-on-one or in a group call, even if they don't have Portal. Portal lets you experience more together.
It follows you
Bring
around
your
the room.
stories to life.
Oh,
Or
some
listen to the
proper
same
Black
thing at
Mirror
the same
shit.
time. When you're not in a call, Portal displays photos, videos, and reminds you of important events.
Have you ever wanted Mark Zuckerberg peering in on your every moment of your entire life? Maybe while you're cooking some eggs, or maybe while you're arguing with your significant other over the sex robot you've recently purchased. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg would like to listen in on that. Have you considered Mark Zuckerberg's feeling? Have you ever considered how the Zuck feels? He wants to know every aspect of your life. Tell him. Let Zuck in on the conversation. Zuckerberg's at your door. He's distressed. He's cold. He's wet. What's happened to him? He looks like he's been crying. Is he on drugs? Is Mark Zuckerberg okay? He's potentially not even human.
Lobsters.
Fuck my old boots. Yeah, not interested in it. I don't want it. Dan Het on Twitter, he says, retweet if you would rather have a velociraptor in your house than this device. Oh, no, it's a no from me. It's a no. Right, come on. One more bit and then we can all go back to our wives. This is the Upbeats. It's called Cronin. It's the Upbeats and someone else, though. It's the Upbeats and Halogenics. Hot. It's off the No Sleep Till Iceland and Finland, Europe. No Sleep Till Northern Europe. Japan and Iceland. Iceland and Japan. I forget it.
Get your act together.
I would say this is as good a time as any to shout out the VIP list. It's a list of bad motherfuckers supporting the show and the station as a whole on Patreon. It's Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beast, Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Mattieu Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potton, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Mattieu Boulard, Zara Pickles, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye and Anthony Walker. Yeah. Alright. That's the upbeats and halogenics from the No Sleep Till Japan and Iceland EP album type collection of records. You know what I mean, even if I don't.
Lobsters.
Yep, good. That's the conclusion of today's show. I will be back at 3 p.m. today with Rankin's Records, playing the finest drum and bass vinyl on flat earth. You goddamn right. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. So look, until then, go out, be a bad motherfucker, work out, eat food, do good art, be nice to each other, and enjoy your life as much as you can. Because, hey, you've only got one of them, and it's a simulation at best. So look, I love you all. Take it easy. Stay out of trouble. I'll see some of you, hopefully all of you, at 3. It'll be on Facebook rather than this, but it'll also be on threshold.fm, as these things so often are. Okay, goodbye. See you later.